Spreading the news.
Da, na, na, na.
I had a dream about you last night.
Really?
I did,
I
yeah.
can't wait to hear where this goes. We're jumping right into it. I would
We're
like to
jumping
hear.
right.
I would like to hear about your dream about me, Cleo.
Okay,
What was I
okay.
wearing?
I don't know. That's not the sort of thing that comes up in the dream. I can tell you what was
Okay.
happening.
Well, that's even
Like
more
we were,
disturbing.
we were at a cinema. Not we, but as in Hermitcraft was at a cinema,
Okay.
and we were apparently doing some kind of who's got the best video live showing type thing.
Mm-hmm.
And all you and all the hermits were like at the front, and I was in the back because no one who knows who the crap I am. And I'd obviously bought tickets for this with a couple of my friends who know who I am via the internet.
Mm-hmm.
And basically they outed me to like everyone around me.
Oh
And I
no.
had to go up and introduce myself to you apropos of nothing. And you did not believe me.
I didn't believe that you were Zombie Cleo.
Yeah.
I mean, in fairness, I would give it a 50-50 chance that if somebody came up to me on the street in England and said they were you, I would assume it was my fiance screwing with me. Like that she just got one of her pals to come like pretend to be you. Like, but the thing is it would be a running gag all weekend. There would be 8 different women that walked up to me and be like, "Excuse me, are you Joe Hills? I'm Zombie Cleo. What a coincidence finding you here on the circle roundabout, whatever we call them."
Yeah, no, but if Badger was to do that, I'm guaranteeing like one of them would be me
Yeah, that's
because it would be hilarious.
the other part that I could count on. But that's also why I wouldn't be 100% sure either. That's why like I would have low confidence either way.
Yeah,
That's why
no.
I couldn't be 100% sure I wasn't being messed with, because even if I was being messed with, one of them might be you. That's how they get you.
Yeah,
That's how they
that's
get
how
you.
they get.
Uh,
But was it scary or not? It was terrifying. That was like my worst nightmare, being bullied into social stuff.
oh no.
Yeah, no, I
Okay,
didn't like it.
so I was gonna say, as funny as it is for me to use Ollie as my emergency contact, if for some reason I can't, like I get lost in London or like get
Uh-huh.
somehow lost between the airport and Badger's flat, uh,
Mm-hmm.
would it be cool if I got your contact information at some point?
Yeah.
Because like
Yeah.
it's funnier if I make Ollie do it, but he apparently lives
It
like
is.
2 hours north of London or something stupid, and
I mean,
so
there is like I live an hour north of I like driving at least an hour.
oh okay, I thought you were closer than that.
Like by train it's about half an hour, but by
Okay, so this might not be a good plan either. I was thinking that you were somewhere down
I
near
mean, you can
Heathrow.
I would come, Joe,
Okay.
if you genuinely needed help.
Yeah,
You
well,
know I would come, right?
yeah, and this would be like the sort of thing where I would be like, okay, I've already tried walking half like okay, I made it into the heart of London and I've tried to walk the rest of the way, but like I twisted my ankle. Like
Yeah,
this would be
no,
like
that's
last
fine.
resort stuff.
Yeah.
Uh
Ollie as in Mumbo. No,
no, Ollie Orion sound.
Ollie as is a Ryan.
Yeah, I know. Not Ollie Mumbo Jumbo. My dad always calls Mumbo Ollie because when my dad helped with
Because
security
that's
at
how
the
we met him.
signing, yeah, he introduced himself as Ollie. And so my dad will ask me all the time, "Oh, what's Ollie up to?" No, why does my dad have a British accent now? I don't know. But no, like, and I'll be like, "Ollie who?" And he's like, "Oh, you know, the one with the cars." And I'm like, "Yeah, okay, that one."
Okay, that Ollie. Yeah, no.
Yeah, because that's the other thing is everybody here knows Ollie as, or Mumbo Jumbo as the red stoner, but my dad knows him as the one with the cars.
Oh, it's adorable. It's adorable. But it's just like, oh, for God's sake. 5 minutes and it's chaos. And Joe is choking because he's laughing too hard. That's how we know. That's how we know.
Yeah, I got to the mute dial too late. Sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. I think I would have figured that was what was going on, regardless. So
Yeah. Okay. So anyway, 2 ollies. What?
I know. Thank you, Incurious, for the 11-month resub. It's appreciated. So yes, for those of you who weren't here when I dropped the bombshell that I had a dream about Joe.
Yeah, that's.
I had a dream about Joe.
Yeah, Cleo got that out of the way early. She's like, okay, the audience isn't here yet. Let's just jump right in.
Let's just get that one done.
Out of the way.
I am not talking about Tumblr right now.
Yeah, I don't really like, there's only so much vanilla extract you can consume before it's just alcoholism. So, there's that.
I like that you're brushing up on your Tumblr. I appreciate it.
I mean, I've been on Tumblr for like 10 years ago.
I know, but like it makes me feel like you're actually there as opposed to like fake there.
Mm-hmm.
PQ. Oh, is that an R? Oh god, this is why I don't like calligraphy R's.
Oh, is it too much?
Everything's too much for me, Joe. You know that.
Yeah, no, that's how I feel 90% of the time. So.
No, it needs to be.
Okay, so one thing I don't have set up is I don't have the Cleo stream feeding in.
That's okay. I haven't got you set up either.
Yay. Okay, so I'm gonna move.
What's the new graphic?
New graphic?
Cam says, "Oh, that's a new graphic." I don't know what he's talking about.
Oh, is
so,
it?
Oh, Tumblr did a thing. Don't worry. Okay, I won't worry. It's cool.
Okay.
It's cool. Tumblr can do all the things.
Cleo just said that she wasn't going to talk about it.
Yeah, I think he put that in beforehand.
Okay. Boy. So sitting in a dedicated art space here feels good for doing art, but bad for setting up because I can't reach the mouse and keyboard. Like, that was like an intentional choice that I was like, oh, this is going to help me focus. But like, when I'm not set up, I'm like, okay, now I got to scoot back over here.
Yep. So. That makes sense. Well, how does that attach?
But now I gotta.
Sorry, I'm trying to figure out.
No, it's fine. I'm like switching between the two microphones in the two stations here.
There we go. Okay. Can go like that, and then an H.
So how meta can we be when we talk about or don't talk about Tumblr? Because I will say that the Twitter charging money for check marks thing, I was like, well, I'm not doing that. But then as soon as Tumblr started charging money for check marks, and they stack infinitely, I was like, well, now I'm invested.
Well, now that's funny.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, now that we're making fun of somebody, okay, let me look at my spite budget. Oh, no, I didn't actually budget anything for spite this year. I just spend out of pocket on the fly. Well, luckily, my tax software is always yelling at me for not having marketing deductions. So I was like, I should set aside, like, I don't know, $50 for marketing.
And now they're rainbow. Yeah, I saw Joe's rainbow. I don't know how to explain it.
Yeah, so the check marks, apparently, when they sold them to me, they were blue. But apparently they ripened into a rainbow, which I guess is how planting Skittles works or something. I don't know. I'm not an expert in this stuff. But yeah, so now I have like a rainbow one, which
is very pretty. I'm almost jealous, but
well, Cleo, really. You too can buy your own validation.
I'd have to go back to Tumblr for that, and
and you're not gonna.
I mean, if I win the Sexy Man poll, I would genuinely have to, but that's pretty much the only thing that would get me back there. So, yeah. Okay, right. I think that buying that calligraphy book worked very well for me. That is a pretty march.
Oh, Wow, it reminds me of when the Saints went marching in.
Yes. I don't know which saints you're particularly referring to. I mean, I
Who dat say
suppose.
they gonna beat them Saints? The New Orleans Saints, of course. Zombie Cleo.
Well, you know,
American
there are a number of
football.
saints that are famous for, you know, marching across like deserts and going into places. So, you know, it could have been them.
Going into places. Oh yes, like Saint Joan of Arc, who famously went into places. You're right. How could I have forgotten?
I mean, she did.
I
Like,
know,
a lot of it was a
that's
fire.
just the best way to express. The fire came later.
She went into one. Cleo has specified a non-spite budget purely in order not to become dependent on Kitty stealing neighbour sandwiches, barbecue. I have a spite budget. It's not very big, but if I was feeling particularly spiteful, I'm not saying. Yeah. Is it bad sign that I knew who Joan of Arc was but didn't know she was a saint?
Oh, it depends on where you're from, I'm gonna say. Because, like, if you are from Japan or, like, China, there's no reason for you to be familiar with even the most commonly referenced Western saints. Like, St. Patrick is a fixture in Irish culture and by extension part of American culture. Probably they talk about him sometimes in England, but like you wouldn't be expected to know St. Patrick if you were from China. Like y'all have a whole separate set of like cultural institutions that you learn and that are part of your holiday calendar and stuff like that. And we're ignorant of those. So you don't need to feel bad
Yes.
unless you like grew up in Boston. And not that you should feel bad about yourself because you grew up in Boston and didn't know about St. Patrick or St. Joan of Arc, but because your parents failed you. Like they probably kept you in a bunker. If you lived in Boston and don't know St. Patrick, your parents are bad. They are bad parents. That's not okay. Like what?
Wow, Joe.
I'm sorry, but like you know, this is part of the value. I was going to talk about this. I watched the State of the Union address with my daughter last night.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of the times when we talk about the news, she'll ask me like, "Oh, hey, what happened in the news today?" Because I have a phone and she doesn't, right? And so she gets a lot of that kind of filtered through what I think is interesting to talk about,
Right.
But it's important for her to have opportunities to see like here's America's priorities just all at once. Here's 80 minutes of the president talking about America's priorities and what's going on. And you know, like I'm sitting there with her if she has questions, but like I'm not choosing when we mute the TV or whatever. You have to have like curation is important because you don't want your kid just watching videos of like digging out corpses in Ukraine or whatever, like at the age of 10. But like, you know, curation is important, but you don't want your kid to grow up isolated. I'm gonna switch mics. 1 sec.
That's cool, Joe.
But anyway, so if your kid doesn't know who St. Patrick is and you live in Boston, you're probably raising them in a bunker in some way that's not cool.
Yeah. Hey, Artsy, thanks for coming over. I appreciate that. I mean, I see where you're going with this one, Joe. Do I necessarily agree? Debatable.
Debatable? Okay. I'll take it.
Yeah.
I'll take a debatable on that. If somebody asks me if they should feel bad about something, I'm going to answer them as truthfully as I can.
I mean, that's fair. That's fair.
If anybody from Boston loves St. Patrick and wants to demonstrate that by throwing me money, tips are welcome via paypal.me/JoeHills and YouTube Super Chat. I don't know that there's really a correlation there traditionally, but you know what? I'm just... I haven't gotten any tips yet, and I feel like I should probably feed my child that I was mentioning earlier. So...
I mean, I think that's a fair statement. I should probably feed my child. I would go with yes.
I need to get like an actual foam thing to put this coffee mug down on, because the boom mic unfortunately conducts a lot of sound through the desk. I put some filters on OBS, so I'm not sure how much that's coming through on the stream, but I can definitely hear it in my headphones every time
I haven't heard a single thing really.
Well, that's great that the filters are working, but I'm hearing the unfiltered audio through my headphones, and it's driving me crazy every time I put down the mug.
I mean, you're already kind of crazy.
Well, but I'm not diagnosed, and that's important, Cleo.
That's true. Just here, doing flamingos.
Flamingos. That comes from the word flaming and the word go, which is Japanese for 5, because of the 5 flames that burn from their wings on the solstice.
Oh. Okay. Did I tell you I have an inner ear infection?
No, am I making you dizzy?
No, I'm making myself dizzy by sitting. So, just so you know, that's a thing that's happening.
Okay.
So, that's fun. So, chat, if I just do this for a while, that's what's going on. My brain is going, I don't like it that you're sitting down and not moving.
V says
so I'm going to pretend you are.
Yeah, V says I cannot tell if that's a fact or just Joe just made that up. No, Joan of Arc really is a saint. Some older Catholics in the chat are saying that they were not taught that Joan of Arc was a saint. I wonder if that is because they started teaching more about women in the church more recently, like if they were downplaying her for folks who were older than me, or as well as probably some other famous saints at that point. Because like, yeah, I normally try I normally don't swear during these streams, but I almost just did. But which is, yeah, but like boy, what's another word for gosh, I'm really struggling.
What's another word for need to be careful?
Yeah, no. But like let's say fierce. Like portrayals of fierce women in church history might not have been a priority for the church.
No.
Until the 90s maybe. And so folks who went through school a little younger, or a little earlier might not have. But yeah, she was definitely prominently taught and discussed in my youth. I don't know.
Is she fully canonized by the Vatican? I believe so, yes.
Yeah.
Ear infections suck. I've been really good about not being dizzy, but apparently leaning forward so I can draw, that's a thing that my brain doesn't like. So, okay.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
So
didn't know that.
Can you do like
hey,
a
Kish.
chill, like lean and back and draw thing? Oh my gosh, this is actually.
I mean,
really
I'm
hard.
trying
to lean back and draw. I'm just trying to color. I'm not even trying to draw, and this is really challenging.
So
this might not be.
Yeah,
a long
I mean,
one.
I'm not fussed about like I can sit back up and stop being dizzy. It's not like it's getting better. Like the last couple of days, lying in bed was like being a bit like on a roller coaster.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to sleep like mostly sitting up. So
yeah, we need to get you like a lazy boy or whatever the British equivalent is, a slow chap chair or something.
A slow chap. We do have lazy boys.
Oh, okay. So... Well, yeah, you should get one when you get your house and you have more room. Like, they are the absolute best for when you're like I don't only sit in it when I'm sick, but like when I'm like, oh no, I can't lay down and I need to sleep. They're the absolute best.
Cool. I do have one, yes, but I am currently sitting like at a table.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not idle bloke recliners. That's pretty good, Eklogs. Mosselbop says that Joan of Arc was only canonized in 1920. Well, so that might explain some of it. Yeah, that's true. Sometimes they don't replace the textbooks too often in these schools, so...
A sloth fellow, a lethargic lad.
Joining Cleo on the illness train, got a slope with an upper respiratory infection yesterday. Have a pile of meds too, hopefully help. Well, good luck with that, mini cheese mouse.
Oh, it's I hate being sick, but I'm sick so bloody often.
Mm-hmm.
That it's just sort of like, I'm just used to it now. Just power through.
Mm-hmm.
I think part of that is from being a teacher, to be honest. So
Well, yeah, I mean, with my digestive stuff, like, it's like if I waited until I felt great to do anything,
yeah.
I would never get anything done. Like, you know, sometimes if I'm like in a pinch, it's like, oh no, I need to drive the car, and I wouldn't otherwise be ready to drive the car. I can chug a Red Bull and like feel fine and stay alert in the short term, but like long term, it's gonna make me sicker. So I don't know. John Omako says, this reminds me of Japanese art where big chunks of canvas are left empty to the imagination. This is actually a Hokusai coloring book. This work by Hokusai was called, let me find it, Snow on the Sumida River, and it was created circa 1831. So the original Snow on the Sumida River has a blue palette, and I'm actually kind of palette swapping it here as an exercise into oranges and
That's
browns.
pretty cool.
Just kind of playing around with
I mean,
it.
I do like the image. The image is pretty cool.
Oh, it's a great image. And the nice thing about this coloring book too is it comes with 2 of every one. So like there's 2 sheets for every particular one. So if I like started on the Great Wave and then I hated it, I could start on it again, right?
Okay, that's cool.
And so like with this one, I was like, okay, I feel emboldened to try this palette swap, and if I get halfway through and go, oh, that was a terrible idea, I should have just done it in blues, I can go back and just do it in blues, you know, because it's got 2 of them. Oh boy, why don't I have... Oh, I realize I don't.
I'm going to tell you that there is not much production design on my plushie. I think it's just the images of the design when they did it. I wouldn't I wouldn't bother. Just get the plush, it's fine. But that's what I believe the production design is.
Rotation sent me $3 and says, for the Feed Joe's Child Fund. Woo.
Yay!
I'm going to rotate that camera, which I'm kind of out of frame on. Transform, edit, transform.
Didn't know, Red. I had to look it up.
3. Yeah. Okay.
I could be wrong. I don't think they're going to tell you yeah.
I don't know if you could be wrong.
The final design art. There we go. That's what it is. It's the final design art. Oh, okay. So it is the stuff like I don't know. I can show you that image. You would have gotten it anyway. Okay, Red. I feel less bad now. As far as I'm aware, not many people have got it. So, yeah.
Yeah. V says that's who made the Waves of Kanagawa, right? Yep. There's actually a bunch of images here. Like I said, I'm doing right now Lake Suwa in Shinano Province, but Snow on the Sumida River is here. 2 Carp, Red Fuji, Great Wave of Kanagawa, Reflection in Lake Mikasa, Tago Bay near Ijiri on the Tokaido, and Mishima Pass in Kai Province.
The full-scale graphics at this some neat. Okay, cool. Concept colors, references, and more and stuff. Okay, so it is more detailed than I thought it was. That's cool. I would still just get the plush. If that's not into you, just get the plush. It's fine.
Yeah, I'm gonna swap out. I'm just holding all of these pencils right now. I'm gonna swap out the ones that I know I'm not using for this right now.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely not using the
Well,
teal.
I've decided to not color swap my flamingos, although we can do that later on into March.
Uh-huh.
Don't feel bad about how red feels. Wow, Arena. Like, I care about how everyone feels in my chat, even red.
Yeah. See, if you don't have a certain level of empathy for people, you can't bully them effectively.
Exactly. And you know what? Like, I have to know where people's lines are. And Red's line is apparently way higher than most people's.
Mm-hmm. It's not a thin red line. Okay. So let's get the whole palette that we're using for this into one nice.
Well, so far I've got pink and black for my palette, which is great. Yeah, like don't worry, like I very rarely buy extras as well. It's like buying like the extra stuff on DVDs back when that was a thing. I never did that.
Wait,
I just got it. I never watched it.
The extras on DVDs come with the DVD. You don't buy them or not buy them. They're just there.
You know what I'm saying. That's like if there was a thing with look at all these extras and here's just the movie. Because there were things like that.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. So I would just buy the movie. Large concept art books, yeah, like for large projects, that's a different thing.
Yeah.
I mean, and you guys are here. If you're gonna support me, like, you would do it anyway. It's fine.
Yeah, let's just take everybody's support for granted. As a quick reminder, tips are welcome via paypal.me/Joe Hills and YouTube Super Chat. But
well, it's a case of I want to support you, so I bought the extra stuff.
Mm-hmm. Well,
I mean, like, so you guys are here.
This is where it gets weird though on stuff like that because like,
you know,
I don't know how much the add-on is, and I don't know what your cut.
It's like $4.
Okay, but like, I don't know what your cut of that $4 is. Because like, if somebody was like, "Hey Joe," instead of, like, let's say that I made a hat, and the hat cost $20, and I only got $4 from each, and somebody's like, "You know, Joe, I only have one head, but I decided to buy 2 hats to support you double. I'm not even gonna give it to anybody. I'm just gonna have it." I'd be like, I appreciate you intending to support me double by buying 2 hats, but I would have rather that you just tipped me the second 20 instead of giving the hat company an extra $16 for something that you're not even gonna like put on display, or you know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
No, I get that.
Like, I want people to have. I don't want people to be inefficient in their enthusiasm. I don't know.
Yeah, Streamloot's cards are a 90% cut, but I think most people know that. Appreciate it.
Yeah, good shout there.
Oh, yeah, Carol is a star, best mod here. That's true. Give me your money effectively. Yes, cheating.
Oh my gosh, did you see this soft giving thing?
Oh yeah, no, that's terrible.
I've been approached multiple times about being involved in their campaigns.
Me too.
And I was and I said to the people who were coming to me with this stuff, I was like, have you met anybody from this company? Because I haven't. And this sounds like the sort of thing that's either a well-intentioned waste of somebody's time or a scam.
Yeah.
And I don't...
Turns out, scam.
Yeah, there's better ways to do this than the way they're doing it. And that's a red flag. Although, like, sometimes if somebody's just like, well, my dad's rich, so I don't need a real job. I just want an excuse to hang out with cool streamers. Like, I'm like, maybe this is a vanity project. But, like, the thing is, if this was a vanity project, people would have met them at PAX. That's the thing, is even if I hadn't met them in particular, I'm like, who has met these guys? Because if they're just doing this because they have extra money and want an excuse to hang out with like famous people, it's like, I'm rich but I'm not famous. How can I buy fame? Oh, I'll give a bunch of money through charity and I'll set up a charity and I'll hang out with famous people. I'm like, that's not optimal, but I get it. But like, if that's not the case, then that's a huge red flag that this is just some sort of scam, even if I don't know the exact angle. The exact angle is just taking half the money.
It's just taking half the money, yeah.
I thought it would be cleverer than that. I was just like, I really wonder how this... I don't know exactly how this is a scam, but it feels like a scam. Oh, no, they just take half the money. And I'm
They
like...
just take half the money raised, yeah.
Like, oh, and so...
This is soft giving.
Yeah, and I get so many people who are like, Joe, you're too paranoid. There's a lot of good people out in the world who want to just do good. And I'm like, I know that because I've met a lot of them. And I've also met a lot of people who are just scamming people. And my gut says that these are the sort of people that are just scamming people. I'm not saying, oh, never trust anyone ever. I'm just saying, these people seem shady as hell. And, but you know, it's like, nah, Joe, you're just too paranoid. It's like, turns out I wasn't. So that's nice.
No, I got approached by them. I put them on my list of people to, you know, maybe do stuff with in the future when I had the opportunity as well.
Yeah.
And then I just went, oh, probably never doing that.
Yeah. So anyway, I really want people to know, like, when we do a Hermitcraft charity event or stuff like that, that like we are like
a lot of effort goes into
we
those.
do a lot of vetting. Like this is an example of a group that would not have gotten through even without this being public knowledge, because there were just a few things that didn't quite add up. And honestly, even just a few things that don't quite add up with that amount of money at stake, you walk away. You just walk away. And so
yeah.
Anyway, yeah, I was I was shocked. Like I said, even though I knew in my gut that there was something wrong with these guys, 50% is so brazen.
Yeah, 50% is a ridiculous amount of money.
I'm like screaming internally, but also like, hold on, let me just turn the mic down. You know what? I have neighbors. I'm not going to turn the mic down and scream because that would actually I don't want to get the cops called like during the stream.
Give me a second. I need to stand up.
Okay. Good luck with your standing. I hope your headphones are still on.
My headphones are still on, don't worry.
Yeah, good job.
Being vertical sometimes just helps.
Yeah.
Kitty. She doesn't like that moving. Okay.
Yeah.
The head of soft giving has Twitter blue. That's all I need to know, pretty much. Okay. How do I do leaves? Like, I want tropical leaves around the flamingo. I feel like I'm doing a lot of, I'm going to do a lot of drawing on this one, I think. So like we're doing like flamingos, so I feel like tropical stuff, like big leaves and pineapples and watermelon and
just to get
daiquiris.
a little bit of context here. When you say big leaves, like, are these big
like
leaves?
Monsteras.
Like what?
Monstera leaves.
Okay, I'm typing that in. I moved the keyboard so I could look stuff up. Monstera leaves?
Yeah,
what?
Monstera.
Oh my gosh, what is this?
It's a Monstera.
Where are these from?
I'm gonna go with tropical.
I was gonna
They're huge.
Yeah, I got that from the name. Yeah, these are a good pick.
Yeah, but I'm just like, how do I draw them? Oh, should not have bent down.
Okay, so it looks like to draw them, you would draw the shape of the leaf and then do the cut second.
That's what I was thinking. The plant is pretty and kind of easy to take care of. Yeah, they are. They grow like wildfire. They're huge. Hey, Blue Yeti. It's apparently from Mexico and Central America. So
yeah, that's
tropical
cool.
climes. There we go. That makes sense.
Yeah, because I was like, I lived in Florida for a couple of years, but I guess whatever climate these need isn't quite Florida.
Come on then. You're going to come up. You can come over here. You can be on camera. Stop knocking down my tape. Okay. Stop knocking down my tape.
Tape must fall.
The tape must fall.
The tape must fall. Sticky, but only on one side. Open your heart wide. Let the blood gush out until the tape seals all the holes. No, not every hole. We needed those ones over there. I don't know. I probably shouldn't be a heart surgeon. Maybe metal singer though. Maybe metal singer.
Maybe. The one paw of not being able to do anything else for a bit. So if you do feel like supporting the stream and you haven't bought all the plushies in the world, like some people I know who are in the stream, yeah, you can consider tipping or donating or doing any of that sort of stuff. And I'm sure Joe has the same spiel at some point later as well.
Yeah, no, I don't want to do it now because, like, since you just did yours, it would be gauche. Yeah. I don't want to do that.
Water appropriate pants, JT. That's what you just typed. I appreciate you.
Water appropriate pants. Like, do you mean like fishing like rubber pants? Like...
I stand by my typo. How many is... I think Red bought 3 plushies for the Great Project.
The Great Project.
I don't know if he's still trying to do the Great Project, but I believe he bought 3.
What is this so-called Great Project? Is this like some sort of elaborate, like... I was going to say monorail, but that's not the word. The diorama.
The last plushie I released, he bought 2, as far as I know, and tried to put in a soundboard.
Oh, that's cool. And then you could press a button and it would say something like, I'm chuffed to bits.
Well, apparently there is an entire Cleoism, like, soundboard thing going on. Yeah, still trying to get good enough at stitching. I see. Okay. That explains a lot. Hey, Red, if you need another Cleo plushie, I've got, like, bunches. You just need to shout. Because I would love to see it. Had a big monster I had to give away to my sister. Oh, that's a shame. No, stop it. And for those who... I don't remember who asked. Yes, it is always Atlas. Because GLaDOS is not a needy cat. GLaDOS is just happy to be in the same room with me. Love to hear samples from the soundboard. So would I, Kish. So would I.
You know, Cleo, you could just do that in the mirror. You could just go to the mirror and be like, hi, I'm Zombie Cleo. And that would be like...
I am always... Hang on, I just need to... I think that would work. There we go. So I can see when Kish responds. TT plus 1A has a board implanted, but I can't get the seams back into anything resembling order. Thank you for the Beatties Arena. I'd like a soundboard that's entirely other hermits doing their Cleo impression. Oh dear. Need to sew a small armor stand to go with the Cleo plush. Yeah, no, that would work.
I'm surprised Mojang doesn't sell little armor stands.
So am I. Actually, no, I'm not. They don't, like, they're not impressive unless you're me.
But no, but the thing is, okay, so let's say that you sold, I say a little armor stand, but like, let's say you sold like a 6 to 8 inch armor stand, and then sold like dress up kits for it with different like mob heads or sword, like tools, different armor, right? Like, I bet when they come out with their fancy armor sets, you know that the merch department is like salivating over all the new armor trims.
Oh, that is true. That is the case. Huge armor stand fandom predicated on already having a data pack.
Minecraft fashion doll. It's not a fashion doll. It's a fashion action figure.
No, Cam, not happening.
Okay.
Okay. A faction figure. Yeah, no, they sell a Steve and Alex instead, you know, to do it. That's probably true.
Well, I hear they're adding more default skins, which is something
That's
Janie
true.
has been campaigning for years. Every time that Mojang does a Q&A at one of those behind the scenes like preview events, she's just like, when are black kids going to have to stop paying to look black in game on Bedrock?
Legit.
Yeah. Like, y'all, Janie is fantastic in public when we have her on the show, but we have her on the show because she's even more amazing in closed door meetings. She is just out there advocating for kids with no money and just generally an awesome person.
Yeah.
And she's not afraid of pissing off Microsoft. Like, they don't need to invite me back. They don't want me here calling them out on this. Because the thing is, to some degree, the devs benefit. Like, I get the impression that a lot of times, you know, the devs have the player's best interest at heart, but it's the money people that are like, well, we can't just have 8 default skins or whatever. But it's like, if the devs are going back to the, you know, bosses with their, hey, what did the YouTubers ask about? Well, one of them asked why we still don't have any, you know, skins that black kids can play with without paying money. And then a bunch of other people were like, yeah, Janie's right. What the hell are you guys doing? And then they berated us for 15 minutes. So, you know, that's, you know, something to be aware of. You know, like that's the sort of stuff that it's not a fast process, but it does help.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm gonna get felt some teeny hats. The tiny snake hats.
Tiny snake hats. Do 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 do. You know, I don't actually have any tiny snakes or hats, but tips are welcome via paypal.me/Joe Hills and YouTube Super Chat. That money will not be used toward tiny snakes.
I'm disappointed.
I know, Cleo.
I think I need a flower somewhere in here.
A flower? In here?
I know.
In this economy.
I can buy myself flowers. I'm good. Actually, I can't. Because my favourite flowers my cats are massively allergic to and they will die.
Oh my gosh, buying flowers for somebody with cats is like a huge, like, it's terrifying because I'm like, okay, I think all these are good. And then they'll be like, oh, let's just substitute something in the arrangement or whatever. Like, oh,
yeah.
And so, like, it's one of those things, like, I know roses are, like, trite, but if you order a bouquet of roses, they don't substitute them with something that will kill cats, at least.
Absolutely. No. That's fair.
Like,
but it's just sort of like, it's such a pain in the bum to find flowers that I like that my cats won't kill. I hate roses. Roses are like the worst.
Well, like I said, I'm not worried about the cats killing the flowers. I'm worried about the flowers killing the cats. Because a lot of flowers are poisonous to cats.
Oh no, that's what I was saying. I was just sort of like, I hate roses. Like, just genuinely, just like, cannot stand. So, you know, it's just sort of like, well, what can I get you? Roses. And it's like,
Oh,
But I
yeah,
hmm?
I was gonna say public service announcement for all the parents out there. I tried to go shopping for Valentine's candy for my kid, and they're already all the stores are already swapping out all the Valentine's stuff for Super Bowl and Easter stuff as of like 3 days ago. So now that Valentine's Day is 6 days away, it's going to be even more slim pickings. Normally, I would go shopping on February 13th for this stuff, and there'd be like one thing left. There was less stuff left when I went 2 weeks early this year than normally on the day before on most years. So if you're putting things off to the last second for your kids' Valentine's for the class, you might end up having to do homemade ones if you don't go to the store like now. Like I'm not joking. It is bad out there.
like it's not really a thing in the UK to like do kids Valentines.
Oh, it's a huge thing here. And it's one of those things like if your kid is the one that doesn't have them, it like oh, that's the sort of thing kids remember. You know, like, oh, my dad didn't go shopping for Valentine's, and so, but he waited until the last minute, so I didn't have time to make homemade ones. Because that's the other thing, is you can always make homemade ones, unless it's 9 o'clock the night before, you know?
Yeah, no, that seems...
So, yeah, and yeah, like I said, this is one of those things that's like, high importance but low priority for me.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'll get to it when I get to it. I will get to it, but it won't be early. But this year we happened to be, we had to go out shopping for something else. So I was like, while we're out, let's check on the Valentine situation. And I was just like, oh no. Like I said, we went to 3 stores. It was that bad. And like the last store we went to, we got like the last packs of ring pops. And there was not much else. Everything else that they had was all these like huge like $20 chocolate arrangements that are intended for like your sweetheart, not for your school class.
Wonder if it's not as big a thing in the UK because so many schools aren't mixed. What? Okay. I can count on one hand, like on one finger, or 2 fingers really, because it's a boys and a girls school. Well, the amount of schools that are not mixed in my town.
Well, there's Eton, and then there's Eton, so those 2 at least.
Yeah, no, like the majority of schools are mixed. I don't know where you're getting your information from, but that's not right.
Vulture says, I remember drawing 30 baby Yodas at 9 p.m. the night before. I hope that's when you were the kid, and okay, yeah, that's when you were the kid, not when you were the parent. Because like, if my kid was like, Dad, can you make 30 baby Yoda cards? I would be like, I don't know how funny that is. I could theoretically do emergency craft stream and justify it that way. But like, if I was like, no, I'm recording with Jevin tonight. We already have a stream planned. Like, there's just no time. It's like, you know what? We've got a laser printer. That's what I would actually probably end up doing. Is I would say, we've got a laser printer. I will laser print you a bunch of black and white cards that you can frantically color. I'm not doing this for you. I will meet you in the middle. But like, this is like, arguably it's my fault if I waited until the 13th and found out there was nothing left on sale. But not everything that
Ireland. Okay.
Yeah, sometimes I screw things up so badly I don't have time to fix it, and I would just have to accept that this might be one of those times. Like, you know, like, here, I'll print these for you, but you gotta color them. Like, cause like, I already don't get enough sleep, but you know.
No, we get it, Joe. We understand.
Another JT says, I printed up a bunch of cards. It was good. You know, actually, this is a strong case for me making some black and white Hermitcraft Valentines for kids to color. It's like, did you screw this up pretty badly? Print these off for your kid to color in.
Yeah, no, that would work.
And it's just like, I don't know.
Jevin and Joe stream confirmed for the 13th.
Jevin and Joe stream is not the 13th. It's God, I don't know how calendars work. The 9th? Yeah, Jev and I are going to be doing a TCG stream tomorrow night.
Cool.
But that's why that was on my mind as like a plausible thing that I couldn't like.
What are you doing? Are you just playing games or?
Well, yeah, we're just gonna do a late night TCG. Yeah, we'll play some games, maybe open some packs. But you know, the other thing is, we've been doing most of the time when you, me, and Jev have been on have been like early, and so like late at night, like Scar and Cub and Etho are all on, and Etho loves playing. You know, we'll hopefully hit Cub and Scar a little bit.
Yeah, I've been getting the doc side of things. I've dealt with a lot of doc
mysterious
these past few days.
as the dark side of the moon.
He is like kind of obsessed. He's played as many games as I have.
I would play more games if I didn't have other responsibilities. I'm actually disappointed I haven't gotten to play more.
I mean, that's fair, but like the reason why I'm playing games is because I want to teach people.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh no, I'm like, if I had nothing else to do, I would just stream playing that all the time. But like, of course, this is like tax season, and I've got like a million other things going on. Quick reminder: tips are welcome via PayPal.me/showhills and YouTube Super Chat.
Okay. Cool. Flamingo looks like he's about to make a snarky comment. Well, I did base it on you, Abby. It's a very annoyed Flamingo, but I think flamingos are generally quite annoyed.
So... that's not normal. Are you going out of your way to annoy the flamingos, Cleo? Because most of the flamingos I've seen have not been annoyed. That might be a reflection of how
you're not the boss of me when I'm at the zoo.
Yeah, apparently, yeah. Okay, we're just gonna let the animal cruelty slide here.
Arena cheered Cleo biddies. Monica resubscribed for 17 months. Thank you very much. Mocha has resubscribed for 23 months. Thank you very much. Like flamingos are just not happy creatures. They're just not. I blame them. Do not annoy flamingos. Leave that to the professionals.
Professional flamingo botherer. I need to go put that on LinkedIn. Oh yeah. People keep talking about how streamers underutilize LinkedIn. So oh wait, we're not talking about that poll. Never mind. I was gonna say I need to post that on LinkedIn, but.
I mean, we can talk about it if you want to. I'm not fussy.
No, I mean that was the entire joke. Was like I actually was thinking of posting it on LinkedIn so my former colleagues can see what I'm up to these days.
That's what you want your former colleagues to. Okay.
I mean, what do you want? What do you want your former colleagues to think you're up to these days?
I want my former colleagues to have no memories of me whatsoever.
Oh. Well, don't show up in the moon landing footage then.
Okay. I wasn't intending to, but, you know, now that you said it, I kind of want to.
Yeah.
I mean, you see what a bind I'm in, Joe.
Yeah. Okay.
So far, he's winning this round. But who is he up against? Now I have to do a moon landing deep fake. Look, what you choose to do with your time, Abby, is up to you.
Yeah, people at NASA are really sensitive about faked moon landing jokes.
I'm not surprised.
It's not quite as bad as Harrison Ford was talking about how like one of the worst days on set when he was filming one of the Indiana Jones movies was like this wide shot of him clinging from a cliff, and they just couldn't get it right, and so he spent like most of the day like clinging to this cliff, and the director's like, nobody's gonna see you, we could use the stunt guy, and he's like, no, I can cling to a cliff, it's fine. And so Harrison Ford is he goes to a movie theater to see like the crowd reaction to the film, and it gets to that scene, And the kid in front of him goes, "Oh my God, Dad, that looks so dangerous." And Harrison Ford's like, "Yeah, nailed it." And then Dad goes, "It's just special effects." And Harrison Ford was so mad. He's like, "I was clinging to that cliff the whole day." And that's how NASA people feel about moon landing deep fakes or fake rumors. They're just like, "Do you know what a pain this was?"
Oh dear. Possible step for arm stands, one giant leap for Cleo kind. See, this chat is why I said I wasn't talking about it, because I knew you guys would start talking about it like this.
Okay, but I gotta change the subject real quick. Cleo,
Cool.
what if we did a moon landing thing in Minecraft? We could have Lance Armor Stand Strong and Buzz Cauldron. I was pretty proud of Lance Armor Stand Strong, but then when I got to Buzz Cauldron, I was like, "Oh well, now we have to do this."
Now it's the law. You see.
That's too good a joke to just leave there.
Can't leave that one on the table. God.
Yeah. Be a travesty. Now do Michael Collins. Well, we can't do Michael Cauldrons. Oh, dang it! Dang it!
Breathe, Joe. See what you did, chat? See what you did?
Oh boy, Michael. Dang it, I keep going back to Michael Cauldrons. But, like, I'm mad now. I'm mad now.
It doesn't take too much, Joe, does it?
Neil Armstrong, not mad. Lance. Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah, oh my God. Why was I saying Lance? Is that the bicycle guy?
I don't know.
Why was I saying Lance? My brain is broken. I'm too tired.
That's never thing that.
Lance is the cyclist. Okay. My brain is not good. Okay.
Really, Joe? Is it not?
No!
I'm, for one, am shocked by that revelation.
Shocked. I'm certain you are.
Mm-hmm. Need yellow. Call me mellow yellow. They don't. That's a lie.
No. What do they call you, Cleo? Leo.
Well, that's wrong, because I'm not. I'm a Taurus, I'm afraid.
Oh.
Yeah, I know. I find it disappointing too. Actually, I don't.
That's bull.
Yeah. It also describes me very accurately, which is annoying.
Yeah.
So, because I don't believe in any of that stuff. So.
Oh, yeah. Well, there's some, I forget which astronomer it was, but it might have been Carl Sagan who was asked if he believed in astrology, and he says, "Of course I don't. I'm a Sagittarius, and we're naturally skeptical."
Oh, we're both Tauruses, Blaze. Oh no. Yeah, no. Like, I am incredibly stubborn. So you may have gathered that at some point.
Michael Collins. Yeah, you could do coal blocks.
I mean, that is
or
a thing you could do,
Mike Cole Collins. If we're gonna try and put the word coal in there somewhere, we don't have to just do it there. I don't know.
The amount of time we spend on these sorts of quandaries is too much.
Yeah, if we did do
An asparagus.
Michael Cauldrons. We could do Buzz Warden.
Mm. No wonder you and Joe get along so well. He's also Southern. I mean, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I was gonna say, it's funny that we're in the southern bracket, and Etho and Scar, who live in the Pacific Northwest, and Canada, which is broadly speaking the North, are in the northern bracket.
Yeah. Well, considering that me and Etho are on the same blooming equatorial line, not equatorial line.
Latitudinal?
Yeah, that one. Because Canada and the UK are on the same line.
Uh-huh.
It's like, yeah.
But wouldn't you say you're in South England, or no?
I am in South England.
Yeah, so see, we're both
I'm in like the northern hemisphere, you know.
Well, I'm in the northern hemisphere as well. I mean,
but you're more south than I am. Sliding Architecture, resubscribe for 17 months. Hope you're well. I am not. Thank you as always for the great content. Always brings a smile to my face when needed. I appreciate that. I try. Not as hard as I arguably should, but I try.
Well, I believe in you, Cleo.
I know thousands wouldn't. Like, this entire stream is going to be this picture, guys, just so we know. Like, Etho mentioned neuron activate. Let me put it like this. I've seen more of Etho in the last week than I have in the entirety of Hermitcraft.
So he's normally online when I'm awake, which means he's not online when you're online. Like, he's on, like, late night.
Oh, I know. It's just... like... we don't, like, me and Etho aren't online at the same time. We don't spend time together, but I did go and find him last week when he said, oh no, it's Cleo, hide. And so I went to find him because...
Nice. Hide better, noob.
That was basically my thing. And then he told me why he's afraid of me. So I've got that on video for my next episode.
Oh, wow. Now people are really going to be, like, clamoring for that.
He says, do you want to know why I'm afraid of you? Yes! Yes, I do. So...
I like, honestly, like, that's such a strong selling point for your next video. Even though I'm incredibly curious, I feel like I shouldn't ask. I should wait and see.
Yeah, I'll tell. I will tell you. I will tell you off camera, because that is an incredibly... I want these guys to know that it's coming. No. I want them to share it on the tumbles.
Yeah, you build that hype. Did you know that people call retumbling reblogging? Like, I was like, what?
No, it's retumble. You retumble that shit.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Like, sometimes you gotta tumble more than once. Like, yeah. I don't know if you never took a somersaulting class, but, geez.
Oh, I mean, I did, but, you know, I'm not good at it.
Well, not you. I mean, the hypothetical audience. I'm sure the hypothetical audience is also, like, sitting next to the real audience going, like, thank you for finally acknowledging us.
It's the first you're hearing about. You retumble that. I'm sorry. It's just how it is. Scubble has resubscribed for 21 months, saying, I may not be caught up with episodes, but at least I have ordered the newest plush. I appreciate you. My hypothetical shelf is delighted by the shout-out. Is it retumbling or retumblering?
Retumbling.
I think it's retumbling.
Every day I'm tumbling.
Look, Cleo, if you want, we can all make polls making people vote between retumble and reblog, and then at the stuff. Do it, please. Do it. Like, who chose reblogging for that? Honestly. Time for the leaves. We get all our greens out because leaves are green and green is the best color, but only in certain shades.
I like lime green. I like chroma green.
I forget that green's... I don't know if green's actually your favorite color.
What?
But
No.
it's your brand.
Yeah, no, I like, well, it's funny because, I like clothes that let me blend in. And so it's funny because I was just like, okay, a lot of my clothes are like very simple, forgettable, like earth tones or whatever.
Yeah.
And then also chroma green. And I'm like, wow, it's like most of my clothes, like I don't wear like camouflage, like when you think camouflage, like hunter camouflage or whatever. But like a lot of my clothing is like from a camouflage palette. And then also chroma green. And I'm like, oh, these are all things that let me be invisible? Even though the chroma green is visually very different from everything else, it functionally identical.
Yeah.
No,
I need to.
But, well, I told you that I showed up at a New Year's party, and one of my friends was like, Joe, you won't believe this, but you're actually dressed like a bunch of footballers right now.
What?
So, okay, I show up at this New Year's party, and one of my friends is like, Joe, oh my god, the outfit you're wearing right now, it's like you're a footballer from the UK. And I'm like, what? And he's like, yeah, they're calling it bloke core, where you dress like you're just some average guy, and you are just wearing like the most generic clothing. Here, I've got a bunch of pictures of it on my phone, and I'm like, why do you have a bunch of pictures of footballers on your phone wearing clothes like I'm wearing right now? Like, did somebody take a picture of me on the way over here and text it to you? Is this a setup? And Phoenix SC Live, thank you for the raid. Welcome. Good day, everybody. I'm going to wave here on the camera. This is a live view of my desk. I can put my face underneath here, too, in theory. But, yeah, I'm joined by Zombie Cleo on Discord. Currently, I am coloring in from a Hokusai coloring book. This is like a high-quality drawing paper with very light gray printing on it, so you can color over it, and it looks good. The original picture that this is, that Hokusai did was called Lake Suwa in Shinano Province, and it was made in 1829, and that's this one. It was done with a blue palette. I'm palette swapping it over to orange and brown as an exercise. So, yeah, if you like chill hangout art streams, yeah, we were just talking about clothing and how my friend was so excited to see how generically I was dressed when I arrived at a party. Because apparently a bunch of UK footballers are now trying to dress like just some bloke, and it's called bloke core. And, yeah, so he pulled out all these pictures of, like, footballers in pubs in London dressed like just some bloke, and it's just like what I'm wearing. And I'm like, why? Why do you have this on your phone? Like, anyway. So, yeah, apparently...
Anyway.
Yeah. So apparently my plan to dress so generically I'm forgettable was so successful that now I'm dressing like, and he's like, you won't believe the amount of money they spend to dress like you're dressed right now. And I bet you didn't spend that much money. I'm like, no, because I'm not a footballer. These are just whatever clothes I could get. Thanks. My tag is still
When
Minecraft.
generic is
oh no.
style.
Is my tag Minecraft? I'm so sorry, Raiders, if you were looking for Minecraft. Oh boy. Yeah, so I've got
slap whatever in front of the word core now. Yeah, they do.
I've got 2,500 people who just came in for a raid, and because I'm in the wrong category. So let's go to the creator dashboard and change that. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. But yeah, Zombie Cleo and I both play on the Hermitcraft server together.
We are, in fact, Minecrafters for a living.
Oh, in fact, there's a poll about us being Minecrafters right now. Let me see if this is the... Let me find that link for you. If you're on Tumblr... Are you
informing people about tumbles?
Okay, if there's 2,500 extra people here who want to vote for me as
Or for me, because we know that I'm more cryptid than you are.
yeah,
So
but you didn't post the
I
link to you.
I did not post naked pictures of myself. That's true.
Okay, I wasn't naked. I was topless. Okay? There is a
And if
difference.
that makes a difference between you and the Jubes, okay?
Okay, I'm gonna say I did not know where you were going with that word, and I thought this was about to be a really anti-Semitic thing, and like,
Yes, I'm known for my
well,
anti-Semitism.
that's
So
why I was
yes.
like, what? Like, I'm like, wow, you think you know somebody?
The
But
Jubes, in case you're wondering, are Joe's boobs.
okay, yeah,
Jubes.
I'm just saying, like, maybe that I would find a different pronunciation or portmanteau for that, because like somebody's gonna mishear that, and I mean,
Titties.
as long as you're only saying positive things, it'll probably be okay. But like, oh, oh my gosh.
Someone clip that, send it to Tumblr. I mean, well, who am I kidding? It's probably already on Tumblr.
Yeah. So anyway, welcome readers. This is absolutely not what you were here for.
But this is why everyone else was here.
I know. Okay. So
Look, it's your fault. You put yourself topless in a bunch of pics, so
and
and in a
videos.
video.
Well, I was in a
You know?
swimming pool, Cleo. What was I gonna do? Cover my nipples?
I mean, like that's what they make tape for.
Oh, yes, tape. Famously adhesive underwater. Chlorine loves it. Yeah, I'm
Look, you
sorry.
could just have a regular bathing suit like normal people, and you don't show that stuff.
Yes. My 1920s strongman bathing suit. Unitard.
Honestly, I expect Joe to own a chroma green swimsuit.
Jackson
I think Joe deserves
Stars.
to be in a bikini. That's true. I think you deserve that.
Jackson Star says the poll isn't supposed to be about real life Joe Hills, but I appreciate the effort. The thing is, like, when you talk about like hyper-dimensional monsters like out of Lovecraft or whatever, where you can only perceive a facet of them at once in any given context, I feel like that's how YouTube works. When people are like,
Yeah.
Joe from this series and Joe from that series, I'm like, these are just slices of this imperceptibly broader creature. Like they're all me. They're all me, and you can't, like, as much as somebody's like, oh, well, I don't want this to be about the real Joe. I want it to be about this projection of Joe. It's like, well, this projection of Joe is a real slice of me. And so you really, like, it's not like I came up with a character that I intentionally said was as different from me as possible. Because actors do that all the time. An actor who is the nicest guy in the world can go in and be like, I am going to play the king in Hamlet. And you know what? That guy is a murderous jerk, okay? The actor playing him is not necessarily a murderous jerk, but the actor playing him didn't write the part either, right? When you are improvising playing games with your friends and you are not running off a script, that is going to be a projection of yourself to some degree.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
And some people have higher levels of abstraction than I do, but I'm running pretty close to the metal on this. This is not a highly abstracted thing for me.
Also true. Joe is very what you see is what you get.
Yeah.
I think most of the hermits are very close to what you get.
Yeah. Well, people are saying, like, Ren plays a lot of characters. Yeah, so when Ren plays a character, though, he, like...
he's playing a character.
He devises, like, a script. Even if he's improvising, he designs boundaries for that character that he improvises within. When I play Minecraft, I don't do that. I don't have boundaries. You just get whatever comes up. It's still only a projection or a slice of my full self, but it's not an inaccurate one. And if people are like, well, we're combining Joe from 10 different seasons of Hermitcraft and Joe from UHCs and Joe from the Super Hostile series, you're getting a pretty broad picture that starts to converge on reality. Like, I would be lying if I felt like I said you could separate that from me. So, I don't know.
It is what it is, Joe. It is what it is. And you are what you are.
I am what I am, and that's all that I am. See, that time I was acting. That's Popeye. Yeah, it's not good.
Yes, Joe, it was.
It was Popeye. Okay, I'm going to finish coloring this boat now.
Yeah. Liv Sophie has resubscribed for 2 months. Thank you very much. Appreciated. Popeye as in the sailor. Yeah, Popeye as in the sailor.
Yeah, yeah. Like, I'm Popeye the Sailor Man. That one.
Well done, Joe.
Joju says, I prefer conceptualizing the character as separate from the creator so I don't convince myself I have access to a real person that I have never met. That's a fine delusion to have. You're attempting to counter one delusion with another, though. And so that's an interesting way to double down? Like, I mean, I'm just saying, you got that doubling down on delusions. That's 3D right there. You are, wow, height, width, depth on that. Okay.
You thought it was Descartes. It's really easy to get that mixed up. I understood that reference. Yeah, no, like, I always say that Zombie Cleo is the version of me that is the sort of person that I would like to be.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, murderous sociopath.
Yeah, Cleo with more options.
Yeah. Red just made a Tumblr to vote for you, Cleo. Thank you, Red. I appreciate you.
Hey, Red, don't forget to vote for me, too.
Only if we're not in the same bracket, though.
I mean, argue...
I don't think we're going to meet each other, to be honest, in the brackets.
Really?
I don't think so.
Who are you going to lose to?
Grian, I think.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't think he's got...
I mean, I don't know. I knew I was going up against Grian. I was just like, no, I have a shot against everyone else.
Well, but the thing is, though, if you look at the actual, like, number of votes that he got, like, you take the percentage that he got out of the total, right?
Yeah.
It's fewer than the number of votes you got.
Yeah, but I, like, the thing is, I'm not, like... I see where you're going with that.
Oh, also, are you trying to get in my head? Because apparently people are saying Joe is up against Korean next in the bracket.
Oh, I am not trying to get in your head. I did not know that.
Yeah, apparently that is. Let me pull this up. Yeah, so if I win this round, yeah, no, I'll be up against Korean before you are. You'll be. Up against either Pearl or B-dubs.
You see, for some reason, I feel like you've got a higher shot against Grian than I do.
Really? That's bizarre.
I don't know. I don't think I'd win against Grian, but I think you might. But I think if you put me up against you, I think I'm going to win.
Well, I've heard that when someone is actively delusional, it's dangerous to challenge those delusions, and I just challenged Joju about his delusions earlier, so I probably shouldn't, keep that train going. This is a bad habit to be in. So, Cleo, you're probably right.
I mean, none of us are beating Scar. I mean, I do have a trump card that I think would get me the win.
What's that?
But
is that the thing that you posted with the Baby Yoda picture?
No, that'll just get me through a few things. Like, being queer is it's a good thing to have. But no, I think I could get a lot of votes if I said, "Oh, I'm not going to do it," because then people are going to go, "No, you said, you said."
You. Well, the thing is, you should save this until you're up against Scar, if you actually do have a thing.
Yeah,
Like,
but at that point,
I'm
it's
not gonna
too
discourage
late. Most
you.
people are going to go, "Oh, it's Scar." I think Cleo has a bigger chance to beat Grian. Don't use it yet.
Well, Cleo would only beat Grian if Grian beat me first. So,
Yeah.
I think the things that make Grian beatable for Cleo make Grian beatable for me too. So if I'm wrong about that, if Grian beats me, then Grian has a chance against Cleo, and vice versa. Like,
Yeah. But I like I say, I think you have a bit better chance than I do. Like I think you would beat Grian, but I don't think I would.
I don't understand where that comes from.
I don't know. It's just it's a gut feeling.
No, because the thing is, it's not about my strengths. It's about Grian's weaknesses in this. Like,
no. I genuinely think it's about your strengths. I think you're strong in ways that I'm not, and I can't verbalize it because my brain is just.
I mean,
Is
arguably, any two people are going to have different strengths and weaknesses. So I'm not going to argue that, Cleo, no, that's not true. You're strong in every way I am, because that's not how humanity works.
No,
but
no.
I guess what I'm saying is, beating Grian will happen because Grian's fans aren't organized, not because of my individual strengths or weaknesses. Both of us have, like, fan bases that are coalescing around us here, regardless of our individual strengths or weaknesses, and Grian doesn't.
Right, yeah.
So the only thing that would... So if Grian beat me because his fan base suddenly coalesced around him, then he would have a chance at beating you for the same reason. But
yeah, that's true.
If they don't coalesce around him, just getting the same number of votes individually we got last time in the last round, we'd be fine. And Grian is too busy in like, apparently he's posted some images of his trip, but I still don't know how much is public. But like, Grian is as actively, like, unplugged from the internet on purpose right now. So I don't see him organizing a lot. And also, since he disbanded his Discord and stuff, I don't know how much his community exists as a community. You know what I mean?
That said, don't go and ask hermits that are not aware about what they think about the contest. I saw someone doing that in Doc's Twitter earlier, and I was like, just don't do that. Don't do that. If they are interested in this sort of thing, they will let you know. Okay?
Yeah. People are asking,
like, me and Joe are not subtle about this sort of thing. They have seen if they're going to see. The stakes of this poll sound crazy. They do, because it is crazy, and it's just silly, and I'm here for the silly. Yeah.
Well, the thing I like about this is I don't really have to do any work, because I constantly feel like in my life I have a million responsibilities as, like, a single parent, as a small business owner. Everything I do, I'm no matter how much I work on any given day, I go to bed being like, oh, there's like 3 things I really should have also gotten done. And it's hard, and it makes me really stressed out all the time. But the thing I love about this contest is, unlike almost everything in my life, there's no additional work required. Everything I'm posting on Tumblr, I'm like people are like, Joe's really campaigning hard for this. I'm not making up stuff for this campaign. I'm just like, oh, I did all this 10 years ago. I'm just reblogging things, or retumbling, sorry. I'm just retumbling stuff that I posted in 2013. Or I'm taking stuff that I was pulling off of Twitter to archive anyway. Like, I'm basically just reminding people that I've already done all this work. And that's nice to be able to say, like, oh, I don't have to worry. I don't have to do new work on this because I've done all this work over the last 10 years.
Yeah.
And, like,
for me, For me, it's how do I put this? I know, kiddie, right? Um, for me, I'm just using identity politics at this point.
Uh-huh.
And things that have happened in the past, because like there are a lot of people that are just like, Cleo deserves to win because of what a Tumblr did to her in the past, and I'm like, yeah, they do.
Yeah, Cleo, yeah, just take all the low-hanging fruit you can get on that, yeah.
Oh yeah, no, like I'm like I did not say that I wasn't evil. Like I am like but this poll is about being evil, so I'm thinking like what is the most sinister underhanded way I could win,
Uh-huh.
because it would be funny and fitting. So you know, I'm here for like all the low-hanging fruit.
Yeah.
The evil people never say how evil they are. No, but I'm showing how evil I am. So
Yeah.
So I'm trying to do it in a way that is funny but also fits the theme, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So that's my whole thing for this this thing.
Yeah. Well, like I said, like the fits the theme. What's hilarious about this is I didn't know what the theme was going in. I was just like, oh, Scar's probably winning because of all the shirtless pictures. And then you're just like, no,
Yeah.
people win because they're evil. And I'm like, oh, okay, I've got evil pictures too. Let me pull up all my weird eldritch stuff.
Evil.
Here's me with this bizarre rabbit with its organs showing. Here's like, like I've just got stuff like I don't have to take new pictures for this. I don't have to pose for anything. This is, like I said, this is just me like resubmitting old work. Like I'm just like I'm showing receipts. I'm not doing work.
Yeah.
And then people are like, "Oh, Joe, no, you also need pictures of you looking dapper. That's an important element." I'm like, "Okay, dapper photos go." Like I've just posting. Like it's all stuff that's already out there. So, yeah. The more I learn about this, the more I feel like I'm a good fit for it, and that's nice.
Oh, I think you are a very good fit for it. I just think I'm better.
Mm.
I mean, and that's just me, like just living my life.
No, it's good. It's good. It's nice to hear you saying nice things about yourself.
I know. Don't get used to it.
I know. I want to encourage this sort of behavior, even if I disagree with you on this particular point.
Well, I think your cryptid energy is a bit forced. So, you know, like I'm just naturally cryptid is all I'm saying.
See, I feel like oh, boy, I'm trying to not get like put on watch lists here. I feel like I feel like I put You know what?
You have a vibe.
There's you're saying that the cryptid energy feels forced. I feel like I generally put more effort into trying to suppress a level of dangerous pragmatism that I don't get credit for, and it's nice seeing that even what does leak through has a value.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
I get you.
I don't know.
You are generically cryptid, that's true.
Thank you.
You know.
Yeah.
Cleo's evil is more maniacal. I just think it's closer to the surface. I'm like I say, like we all know that I can be relatively manipulative, and I try to use my powers for that for good. However, if it is going to win me a Tumblr sexy man poll, I'm winning it. That's all I'm saying. You know, I'm right here for this sort of crap. winning a poll is for good, right? I mean, not generally speaking, but it's just funny. So I just find it hilarious. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. I'm doing this because I'm finding it funny.
Oh, I find it hilarious. That's why I'm doing it.
And I mean, it's breached containment. I'm just like, there was no way on earth that I was not going to let B-dubs know after I saw that comment. It was just sort of like, it's just funny. It's just funny. You deserve to win, especially since you were the first one to call us out publicly on the poll. Again, there was no way that was not happening after I saw that quote. Like, just wasn't going to happen. Kitty, stop touching the boom mic.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's coming through for sure.
Does Claire Unlimited War on the boom mic? She was just trying to she's trying to show affection is what she was trying to do.
To the boom mic.
She was like, I'm here, love me. Well, she's scent marking because she wants my attention. Believe it or not, my cats genuinely love me.
Why would I not believe that,
I mean,
Cleo?
something has to, but you know.
Why would I not believe that?
I don't know. People don't. Cat is rubbing on the mic because she likes that. No. Gotta drag yourself to sleep. Dangerous streams too fun. Vote for me, Kish. That's all I'm saying. You've got duty. Ah. I'm telling Cameron you think the cats only love you. I never said that. I said somebody's got to. Go sleep, Kish. Go sleep. It's really late where you are, or really early. I don't know which, but go. I've got cats, and it's so obviously when they love their humans. Like, yeah, no, I get a lot of things like, oh, cats don't love anybody. And I'm like,
You're
no,
a bad cat owner.
Yeah, it's like, either you don't own cats or you're a dog person, because the only people that say that are dog people.
Uh-huh.
So, and my cats genuinely love me. I'm like 90% sure my family love me too. So, you know, there is that.
Yeah. I could see that.
Have you met a cat? Yeah. Why is it unbelievable that cats love you? Your partner loves you, your family loves you, your viewers are fond of you. I appreciate that downgrade. They're fond of you. They don't love you. They're fond of you.
Well, Cleo, are they... You know, obviously no human can ever truly 100% know another, but, like, you know, your viewers arguably can't know you enough to love you.
Oh, I know. It was just the downgrade. It was just funny.
No,
I'm not trying to say, no, they must love me. Otherwise I'll be hurt. It was just funny.
If they don't love me, I don't know.
Nobody will.
I'll become the knight. I'll take on a new face. A bat face. Bat Cleo. Oh no, you're Spider Cleo. I'll be Spider Cleo. I'll shoot webs. Because of the lack of fondness.
Yep, that's true. We enjoy your presence. Wow. Her friends tolerate her. You know what, Abby? That's true. And I tolerate my friends.
Yay.
No, kitty. Nope. No.
What does the cat want now?
Love. My undivided attention.
Oh no.
She a butt.
Okay.
Runs in the family.
Quick reminder, tips are welcome via paypal.me/Joe Hills and YouTube Super Chat. We are rotating the camera 1 degree for every $1 that comes in during this stream. Although I realize the camera is kind of not exactly facing me very well right now. Oh boy, yeah, I can't move that very well. Okay. Yeah, that's just going to have to awkwardly not show me most of the time. Yay. I don't have a good solution to that.
We doing a flamboyance of flamingos. That's the plan. That like I just was like, what should I do for my journal this month? And then I was just like, I like flamingos. I like flamingos. This stream proves the depth of platonic love between you and Joe. Does it? Is that what we're showing here?
I've really sometimes I think, wow,
that's the end of.
I'm just I don't want to insult people, but like I worry sometimes. Like, are media depictions of love making people incapable of, like, I don't know. Like, does this seem healthy to you? Like, I don't know.
Me and Joe are friends. Let's just put it like this, and we like.
I don't think we're being very exemplary today, though.
No, but we're in a competition, so you know that's not our fault.
Yeah, exactly. It's gonna be
that's the fandom's fault.
Gonna be a little fiercer than usual. That cat.
She's on the other side of the table. It's fine. No, she's on the table.
Woo.
Hi. No, I'm busy. You can see I'm busy.
Plaintive cat noises.
Just wants love. Just wants love. Oh, I'm sorry about that, Canna Russia. Don't worry. I understand. Kitty wants to help. Kitty wants to do so many things.
Yeah, clearly. Just like all over the page.
Mm-hmm. Thumb. You can see her thumb.
Yeah. Can she hold a pencil?
Purring. Is she purring? Oh, yeah, she is.
Can she hold a pencil?
Can she hold a pencil?
Yeah, can you teach her to color on the page with you? Maybe that's what she wants. She's like, I have a thumb, let me color. How come you get to color?
Because I am evil. And evil people get to color when they want. One of you two is purring, right? Oh, Queenie the Unicorn Girl, Chip Biddies. First time tuning into one of these art streams, by the way, and it's been a great time both in chat and just listening to the conversation. It's what we're here for. We like, to be honest, these streams are like nice. They're nice and chill.
Yep. Also,
her thumbs aren't opposable. You're not going any further than that. No.
Also, Mini Cheese Mouse tipped 5. So we're going to rotate the camera to 8 degrees. Hi, Mini Cheese Mouse. Thank you. And Mini Cheese Mouse writes, zoom. There we go. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Okay. Oh, boy. Oh, I will say, like, so somebody says, the reason to have containment is because not everybody would be comfortable with people arguing about them online in this context.
I agree with that.
I understand that. I mean, I will say that, like, if I had been asked about being included in the male wife bracket, I would have declined because I am both canonically in game and in real life not married. That is one of the defining features of my life for the last few years, is how not married I am. And putting me in a poll in the context of marriage just feels unnecessarily cruel. I don't know. Like, it's And I get that. Yeah, so, like, I don't know. That one, I hope I lose. You'd get me out in round 1 on that, like, because that's
Mhm.
just one of those things, like, nope. Like, and that's the thing too, is like I've had like people on my Patreon server have like in-game marriages and stuff when they weren't getting married in real life. And it's like, Joe, do you want to attend? Do you want to officiate? I'm like, I just can't deal with, like, I
Mhm.
don't know, uh what would you call it? Marriage role play right now?
I mean, it's
Like it's just not it's just not something I'm psychologically prepared for, and I'm gonna
yeah.
opt out. Like, y'all have fun. I'm not saying like, oh, marriage is so sanctimonious that this is an insult to the institution. It's just like, this is just not for me. Have fun, you guys. But like, that's
Mini
not
Cheese Mouse has tipped $5 and said also Zoom. Thank you,
it's
appreciated.
not for me. I just can't. I can't deal with fake marriage right now as a concept. Like,
Yeah.
uh,
The thing that annoyed me, like, more than anything, is the person when I was looking at Tumblr things, it says, Cleo, you can't be a sexy man. You can win sexy women if you like. And I'm like, that's just rude. That just doesn't apply to me at all.
well, I mean, the word man doesn't have to be gendered. Like, for all
I know.
mankind, you know. Hey, Mahi Zero tips 10 and says a few more degrees angular. Do 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 do. So we're rotating the camera to 18 degrees angular. Thank you, Mahi Zero. If you're enjoying the stream, tips are welcome via paypal.me/Joe Hills and YouTube Super Chat. Um, yeah. I would love to see a broader cultural shift back toward the word man being ungendered, but I don't know if we're
Mm-hmm.
gonna see that, and I'm not gonna be. I'm not gonna be capable advancing that advancing that on my own.
No.
So, that's one ship that I'm just like, bye.
Mm-hmm. Um, I know, Queenie, but it was just, I saw it in the comments and it just annoyed me because, like, obviously untrue and obviously kind of rude. You
Well,
can win the women one if you like. Go away.
there were some people that were just like, yeah, for uh this is for like weird creatures that are not conventionally sexy. And Zombie Cleo
Mm-hmm.
is too conventionally sexy. And everybody's like, she's full of rotten flesh. It's like, by Tumblr standards, that's too conventionally sexy to win this. So I think if I think that yeah, never mind. I'm gonna.
Yeah, it's fine, Joe.
But
I understand.
I do think that might factor in when we face off. Uh,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
and that's one of the things that gives me some confidence. There.
Yeah, maybe. But again, it comes back to, do you really want to let you know, the cishets win this one, you know? It's all I'm saying. I think I can identity politics my way into a win there, maybe. Although I don't know. It's all relative, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Especially that. I've seen people complain that Cleo is too competent.
Yeah. I mean, the other thing is,
I
I mean,
disagree.
I'm not fluent in French, but are you sure it's a hard T at the end of that? I'm pretty sure it's Sichet.
What, competent?
No. Compete. Well, actually, I'm pretty sure that's le incompetent, but because that was in Home Alone.
Ah, okay.
But Microbird says, as someone who is agender, I appreciate degendering things. There you go.
Samesies.
Gaia says there are gender neutral options, but they're not very intuitive, like anthropogenic versus man-made. Yeah. Like, yeah. Like, anthropogenic might be good in some situations, but it doesn't really feel necessary to me. I don't know.
Although you may not have competent, you may have an air of competence. You see, my air of competence is because I'm evil. I'm not very competent, but, you know, like, I pretend I am to fool people. And just because I'm good at it doesn't mean it's true. Cleo is a teacher. She has a teacher voice and demeanor. I'm very good at sounding confident.
And demeaning people.
That's just you, Joe.
Yeah, it's me.
Yep, you're the problem. It's you.
I'm the problem. I'm your problem.
Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are, Joe.
I'm not sure if the light pink I'm doing here is showing up on camera.
I love Zolo's response to losing the brackets, Cleo. The fact that he did Dark Souls art for that was great.
Oh boy, maybe I could focus that camera a little better. Sorry about that, folks. Let me see if I can improve that slightly. Configure video. Because I moved it up a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So the focus might be off. Yeah, the pink still barely shows up though because it's so light.
I love the part in Double Life where you called BO Dubs out for lying, and he said it was like being scolded by a teacher. She scolded me like I was an infant. I did that thing. Because he lied to me.
He shouldn't have lied to you, Cleo.
I don't care if he lies, just not to me.
He shouldn't have lied to you.
I love most of the art that's popped up. Like, the art has been great. The art has been great. What annoys me about the art is people don't show it to me.
Uh-huh.
They just go, look at my art, and they don't tag me in their art. So I don't see it.
Well, doesn't Cam just send you all that stuff anyway? Like, I thought that
Like,
was
a
like
lot of the
90%
stuff,
of
yeah.
what Cam does.
A lot of the stuff he shows me, yeah. 90% of what Cam does. 90% of what Cam does is make my stream better. So
by sending you art.
I mean, not exclusively, but sure, he does do that. That is one of the things that Cam does for me. Hey, NJ. In defense, we don't know what to tag you on. Just tag me on Twitter. I'll see it. Eventually. And if you hashtag zombie Cleo on Tumblr, I will definitely see that. I can't respond there, but you know, I'll see it. To be fair, I still get a lot of art on Twitter, so, you know, I can't retweet everything. I do have a go. Tagging Cleo on Twitter makes it easier for Cam to find. That's true. But also it appears in my thing. Know your exit route and alternate. If the exit is blocked, go straight for the other. Despite the official line, being willing to trample increases your odds of survival. This is true. I don't know how you got onto that, but that is a true fact. I mean, inflate your life jacket inside thing and go take your moose spraying pelt towards the exit. Just trample over all the people, and you'll probably die still, but at least you'll die it whilst injuring lots of other people. Advice for visitor teaching 9 to 10-year-olds was. This is advice for dealing with 9 to 10-year-olds, right? Oh yeah, now it is. It definitely is. Is there a reference screen for these flamingos? This just from memory. This is just drawing flamingos, right? I mean, I've done a bunch. I've got this one here that I did. But yeah, no, this is a memory thing, I guess. Hadn't considered that it might not be a memory thing.
What might it be then?
I don't know. It's just sort of like, do you have a reference for it? I mean, all the flamingos that have ever existed ever. I don't have a picture of them, but, you know. How you doing, Joe?
I'm good.
You sure?
I'm reading a bunch of people talking about what is Fortnite or Hunger Games, and I'm like, you guys need to watch the film Battle Royale, but I'm trying not to give a rant about why people... Like, at this point, it's basic media literacy to be familiar with Battle Royale. It is one of the most influential films in gaming, and, like... and arguably, through its impact on like the creation of the Hunger Games novels and its films, it has an impact on cinema and literature as well, if you want to use the word literature so broadly. But like people just don't see the film. Apparently, that's just not done, I guess.
See, like I got a DVD of Battle Royale gifted to me by one of my friends, and they said, "You'll like this." I was like, "Will I?" I did.
Mm-hmm. But so, like watching people argue about what like inspired Fortnite when there's like an actual answer, it's like this isn't. that's like people going like, "Boy, you know, I wonder if the Lion King spinoff about Timon and Pumbaa was inspired by anything. You know, it kind of reminds me of this episode of Home Improvement." It's like, it's Rosencrantz and Guildenstern are dead. It's Rosencrantz and Guildenstern are dead. There's an actual answer to this. It's Rosencrantz and Guildenstern are dead. Which is another thing not enough people have read or seen or watched. Okay, I'm fine.
Do you ever wonder that, like, cultural literacy is dead?
No.
No?
No. Why do you wonder that?
I don't know. Because
Like,
sometimes a load of people just say, "Oh, this thing reminds me of something else," and I'm like, "Why does it do that? They're nothing alike."
well, I mean, I will say that there's a lot lost in terms of, oh, boy, you could actually argue, yeah, you know what, you might have a stronger case here, because there's also the argument that because a lot of traditional Western literature draws from biblical metaphor and things like
Mm-hmm.
that, and that isn't read anymore. Like, basically a whole bunch of stuff is already an out-of-date dead end,
Mm-hmm.
and then the stuff that builds on that crumbles as a result. Like, I mean, on to some level it's not really that important, except when people are arguing in my chat about it. That's like, I'm not worried about the failure of Western civilization. I'm worried about people not knowing what battle royale is in front of me.
I mean, valid.
Like,
No,
like, I don't know.
I get it. It's a whole thing. It's a whole thing.
Okay, what am I getting a message here? Oh, beef. Okay. Beef played XB crafted. XB's in the game.
Oh, sweet. Time to dominate. I mean, yeah. Like, I felt bad because I played Jev yesterday.
Yeah.
And like, I was trying to find someone else for him to play who didn't have like a killer deck, and it was like, no one's coming on. I guess I'll play. Okay, I annihilated him in 2 seconds,
Yeah.
and then went easier on him the second time, and it was like, okay.
So I haven't completely gotten rid of my third type. So I think if I had to play a newbie, I would just pull out my ultra rare etho and swap back in my third type. And that
Yeah.
would theoretically even things up some. Wouldn't be perfect. But
Yeah, I just need a whole. I just need a newbie deck. I just need a newbie deck, and I'll feel a lot happier running 2 decks, and that's like,
yeah, I would
I don't
too.
want to call it my next big purchase. It's just I have so many cards that I want to buy.
Yeah, me too.
Like, you know, and it's like spending 5 tokens on a newbie deck just makes me go, because I wouldn't touch it, you know. I would just leave it as a starter deck.
I mean, I might swap like some effect cards in and out depending on, like, you know, like if there was something particularly good in there that was well suited to my main deck, I could swap in like a water bucket or a milk bucket or something for it.
Mm-hmm.
So weakening the newbie deck in favor of the other one.
I mean, that's what it's for, though. It's to give people who are new a fighting chance.
Yeah, and so that's the thing is, like, if you and I have played 10 games...
Joe got a rare etho, not an ultra rare.
Or whatever, I don't know.
I don't think you've got an ultra rare etho. I think, no.
Whatever etho traded me.
Yeah, he wouldn't trade you the ultra rare. Let's be honest,
Okay.
It's etho.
Yeah, maybe. It's probably the rare etho then.
Yeah.
Monsieur Limpe says, couldn't you just reconfigure your deck back down to the starter config rather than buy a whole new deck? Well, the thing is, some of us have traded away some of the cards from the starter config.
That is exactly what I have done.
Oh, Ultra Rare Etho is the one with the terrible stats. Oh, no, then that's not the one I have. I have the Rare Etho with the good stats. Like a professional.
Yeah, Ultra Rare Etho is terrible stats, but no type bonuses.
Ah.
So you can open it. I think it's just plain circles.
Oh, that's
so
cool.
You can use it for anything.
I really wish he had a more visible wildcard symbol, because that definitely doesn't read easily on some monitors. Like, I have a really good color calibrated monitor because I used to do graphic design work, and
yeah.
But like, not everybody does, and like even on my super well calibrated monitor, it's not obvious.
Yes,
it's clear.
I mean, I had to tell Doc that he couldn't Was it Doc or was it Jev? I think it might have been Jev actually, that he couldn't play one of his attacks yesterday because he didn't see it. It might have been Doc. It's one of the two.
Winter says, for anyone who has seen Battle Royale, is it gory? I've never seen it, but I can't handle B-movie crazy amounts of gore. Yes. I mean, there's definitely violence.
There is violence, there is blood.
Yeah, like, different people have different thresholds for gory. Like, Bruce Campbell movies are intentionally, like, extra gory. Like fountains of blood, like ludicrous quantities. Like, the joke is how gory it is. Which is not Battle Royale, but there is definitely violence, and yeah.
Yes. But is it fun? Yes, it is. It was Doc, it was on stream. There you go.
Oh, did I trade it with Doc, not Etho? I don't know. I got an Etho card from somebody. I don't sleep as much as I should.
Like, honestly, I have...
Long-term memory formation is not my strong suit. Pearlescent
Thank you for the raid. It's appreciated. Thank you very much. I hope you had a good stream. What were you playing? It's a potato party. Always a potato party.
Oh, gosh. Potatoes are so delicious.
Are you hungry, Joe? I feel like you're hungry.
Yeah, because if I eat before the stream, then I'm falling asleep during the stream because of my digestion stuff.
I mean, honestly, Joe, you're kind of falling asleep now, so...
Well, yeah, but, like, it's more of a controlled descent. Like...
Are you playing Last of Us 2? I've never had a system that I could play that on.
Is it not on my list? PC?
Is it on PC now?
Yeah, I don't know. I just... Because, yeah, I don't have a fancy console. I just have a Switch.
Part 1 is releasing on PC soon. Okay, cool. I'll play it then, because it's been on my list, but I've never had the console.
Is there a co-op mode in that? Is that something we could co-op? Because, like, it's like no. It's like Pedro Pascal and a young woman.
Yeah, but I'm aware that there is two, like there are elements where you only have one character in, so I don't think it would be multiplayer.
Yeah, see, I don't know if I want to play a game like that single player on stream, because, like, I just... The thing is, playing single player story games, like, I don't know. I feel like if I start it and I'm not having fun, I'm doing the viewers a disservice if I keep going while not having fun. But then if I stop it, then they don't get to find out how the story ends either.
I see that.
And so I'm like, but if I play it with a friend, even if the game isn't intrinsically fun, I can, you know, doing it as doing it like as a paired thing would like keep it going. I don't know. Ali is not a playable character. Okay.
Okay, that makes sense. That's fine. That's fine. Where'd my black go? Don't make fun of my drawing. It's my drawing. I'm allowed to do it however I like. And I like to draw a mass amount of flamingos because I can, okay?
Yeah. So the word for a massive amount of flamingos is coincidentally a flock.
Pretty sure it's a flamboyance, but okay.
Well, then why don't you say who gives a flamboyance there?
Because the flamingos aren't the boss of me, I'm the flamboss of me.
Okay. I'm like, there might have been a prefix there, but I can't tell. And
There was, but I think that was just me misspeaking because my head is suddenly very spinny.
I'm like, is this another Tumblr thing?
No, this is
Okay.
just Cleo's has an inner ear infection and her brain just is going a bit skew-whiff sometimes.
Okay.
Besides, I thought I drew like decent flamingos, like half decent, so a flamboss. It was a okay.
Oh,
Okay, there's no other
you called
possible
yourself the
answer.
Flamboss. Oh, okay.
Did I? Okay, that is yeah.
Okay, because yeah.
My brain is
Okay.
currently like words and things have been mingling together because brain is spinning. So everything sort of meshes.
Oh, people in my chat are pointing out that apparently flamingos are the brand animal of your competition in the Tumblr thing. So it looks like this is just you power dunking on them via arts and crafts.
I'm sorry,
for 3
they're what?
hours.
They're what? Hang on. No. What?
Their brand
Explain this.
animal. I'm guessing
Brand animal for me?
No. The person you're up against in the Tumblr poll, apparently, like, the animal most closely associated with their brand is flamingos. And you're drawing a bunch of flamingos and writing "Who gives a flock." People are just like, wow, that's a real power move there, Cleo. You're already winning by double-digit percentage points, and you're just dunking on this person needlessly for hours. People are going, flamingos, wait, is she up against Eret? So apparently this is a thing.
Oh. Okay, for what it's worth, did not know that. Also don't know who Eret is, but okay. If anybody wants to post this to Tumblr, I'm just gonna put it here and you can post it to Tumblr. I don't care. That's great. That's great. I'm just flexing now.
Yeah. Oh, that's the word I was looking for. Flexing. Yeah.
I expect to see this on Tumblr. Like Cleo is just flexing. Dream SMP, queer NB. Okay. Oh, that's a shame then. I'd have liked for them to go further. Because this is what my campaign is based on. Now I can't flex as much. With a so appropriate quote. I'm very appropriate. Fact. Accidentally competent at dissing the competition. Like, yeah. I like flamingos, okay? Had I known, I'd have still drawn flamingos because that was what popped up onto my feed today.
See, yeah, I didn't know that either, so I wasn't...
No.
I didn't, like...
I don't know who Eret is. I've never interacted with them, so...
I haven't either. But people in my chat were just like, wow, Cleo's really going hard on this.
Like, you say that like it's not just, like... Everything I've done so far is because I've just thought it was funny.
Mm-hmm.
And, I'm not intentionally going hard on anyone. It's just I do things and people go, wow, that's cold. And I'm like, I'm sorry, what? This flamingo is a dodo because he's got little short legs. It's just a fact. Still laughing about how you didn't want to look like that. Loy went into it knowing what he was getting. So, and he did call out of me at that point. So, you know, what am I going to do? I'm not going to be mad.
Yeah, so apparently the person's Loy faced off wasn't even on YouTube.
Did they just make someone up?
Apparently, apparently a bunch of friends nominated somebody who plays on their server.
Oh.
And so yeah, yeah. So the person that Zloy beat wasn't even on YouTube, and they're like, I guess I should make a YouTube video now, because I like. And what's funny too is there are people who are like, I can't believe so and so didn't make the bracket, and it's like, meanwhile, this random guy whose friends are jerks is getting on the bracket to be destroyed by Zloy.
AC Camper resubscribed for 23 months. Just come back from watching the TCG VODs. Super excited. Just watching the Hermits play. Looking forward to more. We are enjoying it as well.
Yeah.
I would have voted for the other guy if I'd known that before voting for Sloy. Okay, I think I'm kind of done, Joe. I'll be honest.
Well, yeah, given that you've got an
Yeah.
inner ear infection and we are 2 hours in, probably a good time to wrap things up. Thank you for making it as long as you did, Cleo. I guess we'll break into our own chats to say goodbye to our folks.
Yeah, I'll speak to you later, Joe.
Bye, Cleo.
Bye-bye.
Okay, leaving the Discord. Okay, so I got to reset my computer setup here. I'm going to switch the mic over to the other mic. Killing the audio on that one. Bringing the audio up on this mic. Oh no, I should have put the mic in the right place first. Let me mute it again. Okay, so now we are on this mic, and I'm back on camera. As you can see, I am rotated a little bit here because of the tips that have rolled in. We are doing rotational tips today. We are currently at 18 degrees angular. Tips are welcome via paypal.me/JoeHills and YouTube Super Chat. We're going to kill that zombie Cleo feed because she's about to do a raid. And I am not quite ready to say goodbye yet. Will be soon. Let's get the camera moved back here. Hi, everybody. Woo. Okay. So, yeah. Big day for Tumblr. Big day for Tumblr. They've got polls added that hermits are competing in. Probably the best thing that could possibly ever happen to Tumblr, obviously. So if you have not already voted in those polls, let me go ahead and find a link to my particular one so you can vote for me. I'm up against Asuma, and so, not really too immediately worried about this round. But still, every vote helps. So votes are appreciated via that Tumblr link there. Okay. So let's see what is going on in the broader world of Twitch right now. I normally don't look at my viewership numbers, but since we got raided by accident earlier with 2,500 viewers, okay, it's back down to 173. Okay, that's fine. I was curious. I was like, do we still have 2,000 people watching? Because if y'all stuck around for that drawing, despite me being in the wrong category, some of y'all are still here. Thank you, Blokejez, for... Yeah, this is super rare. Like, I only actually look at the viewership numbers, like, once every other year or so, because it'll make me neurotic. But I was just curious, since that was such a terrible thing. Apologies for not being in the correct category there. If you were expecting Minecraft, I failed you. That's on me. Okay, so let's see what is going on there out in the broader world of Minecraft and other things. Well, it looks like Mrs. Wells Knight, who has recently rebranded as Puddle Duck GG on her Twitch here, is over here at twitch.tv/puddleduckgg. Let's go ahead and /raid that. Playing Omega Pixelmon. So when you get over there, say, howdy y'all, Joe Hills raid here. And until next time, y'all, this has been Joe Hills from Nashville, Tennessee. Keep it... Why is that not rating? Oh. I was looking in the wrong place. I'm like, where's the button? It's not. Okay, I need to go too. Cleo's like, I have an ear infection or ear, well, yeah, whatever. And I'm like, well, that's fine. I can stream forever. 5 minutes later, I'm done. Bye. Alrighty, until next time, y'all. This is Joe Hills from Nashville, Tennessee. Keep adventuring. Do 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 do. Stop.